This is Algebra 1, Lesson 10b, Exchange of Factors in Multiplication. It includes examples 10.2, 10.3, and 10.4. In Lesson 5, we learned when you change the order of addition, you still get the same answer. So 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. 3 plus 4 is also equal to 7. And that is called the commutative property. I had to look up to make sure I knew how to spell that. How many M's are in there? Okay, that's the commutative property of addition. We learned that it doesn't matter if you change the order in which you add, you're going to get the same answer. Okay, you may have heard people talk about commuting to work. See that word inside of commutative? And that would mean they live maybe here, and they've got to go to work over here, and they go there, and then they come back. Okay, so it's the idea of going and coming back. So the 4 switched places with the 3, right? You can kind of remember it that way maybe. Today, we are going to learn the commutative property of multiplication. And I bet you already know what that means. But before we talk about that, what does property mean? Well, there are a lot of properties in our world that you know. Even babies learn properties pretty early on. They may not know the name of it, but when they're sitting in a high chair and they pick up their cup and then they drop it, they know it's going to fall, right? And they love to watch that. They love to see the cup fall and hit the floor, and they love to get you to get their cup for them so they can do it again because they know about gravity. Now, do they know the name of gravity? Do they know anything about Isaac Newton? No, they don't know any of that, right? Yet. Well, you know this commutative property of multiplication. You just may not have known the name of it. So 4 times 3 is equal to 12. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. We can change the order of the factors and we will still get the same answer when we multiply. So there's a little summary in your book, and it says the order in which signed numbers are multiplied does not affect the what? It doesn't affect the value of the product. Okay, or you could have, I guess, made it shorter and said it doesn't affect the product. Okay, it's not going to affect the answer to the multiplication. Here's example 10.2. Find the product. All right, let's just start working left to right here. -4 times 3, -12, and then we're going to bring all these down. -12 times -6, signs are the same. We multiply them and we get 72. I'm going to multiply by -2. And we get -144. I'm not discussing the rules for multiplying signed numbers because you can watch the previous video if you need some help with that. But that's the answer we get. Now, example 10.3 is the same problem, but look, it's in a different order. Okay? So it's the same numbers. We have a -6, a -2, a 3, and a -4. Let's do it in that order. 2 negatives. We've got a positive here. Going to multiply these two and we get 36. And then 36 times 4, I don't know in my head, but I think I know what it is. 144, and it's negative. Okay, we just verified it there. Same numbers, different order. Let's do it one more time. Let's do same numbers, different order. I'm going to multiply these two together. That's 72. And then multiply these two together, -144. Okay, so when you multiply numbers in a different order, that is totally okay, and it will not change the value of the product.